Humility is not thinking less of yourself. Humility is thinking of yourself less. That's a quote from C.S. Lewis. In this video, I'm going to talk about what humility looks like in the workplace and why it's such an essential feature of great leadership. Hey, how's it going? This is Scruffy Leadership, a YouTube channel about management and leadership. My name's Ben, and I've been a leader and a manager in the tech industry for over 25 years. Humility in leadership can often be misinterpreted as a sign of weakness or a lack of confidence. In reality, humility is actually a crucial strength that sets great leaders apart. It's the ability to see yourself clearly, acknowledging both your own strengths and weaknesses, and recognizing that there's always room for growth and learning. So what does humility in a leader look like? First, openness to feedback and ideas. Humble leaders actively seek input from the people they lead, their peers and stakeholders, valuing a wide range of perspectives and understanding that they don't need to have all the answers or even to seem as if they do. Giving credit where it's due. Humble leaders readily acknowledge the contributions of their team members. They don't try to hog the limelight or claim credit that's not theirs. Acknowledging limitations and mistakes. Humble leaders are not afraid to admit when they're wrong or don't know something. This kind of attitude in leaders is essential to create an environment with good psychological safety. Eagerness to learn. Humble leaders are constantly seeking new knowledge and skills. Maybe the best way to express this one is by highlighting its opposite. If you're the kind of leader who thinks they already know everything they need to know, that they have nothing to learn, then you have no humility. You're also just plain wrong. Every leader at every stage of their career has more to learn. Active listening. Humble leaders listen attentively to others, genuinely valuing their input and seeking to understand different viewpoints. I have a whole video on active listening. I'll link to it in the description below. Humility in leaders isn't just a nice-to-have trait. It's essential for several reasons. First, humility builds trust and respect. When leaders show vulnerability and admit their shortcomings, it creates a sense of trust and respect among their team members. Second, humility encourages collaboration. Humble leaders foster a collaborative environment where everyone feels valued and empowered to contribute their best ideas. Third, humility promotes learning and growth. By acknowledging their own limitations, humble leaders create a culture of continuous learning and improvement. Fourth, humility improves decision-making. Humble leaders are more likely to consider different perspectives and make informed decisions. They're also more likely to accept when they've made a mistake and move on from that and learn from it. Fifth, humility motivates and inspires others. Authenticity and willingness to learn in a leader inspire others to do the same. So what can we do to cultivate humility in ourselves as leaders? Self-reflection. Take time to reflect on your strengths and weaknesses and be honest with yourself about areas where you need to improve. Seek feedback. Actively seek feedback from others, both positive and negative, and use it as an opportunity to grow. And when you hear feedback that you don't like, don't just reject it. Ask yourself first why you don't like it, and then ask if it might actually be right and whether there's something useful you can learn from it. Practice active listening. Listen attentively to others, show empathy, and seek to understand their perspectives. Be open to new ideas, encourage and welcome diverse perspectives, and be willing to change your mind when presented with new information. Celebrate the successes of others. Acknowledge and celebrate the contributions of your team members, giving credit where it's due. Humility isn't about diminishing your own value or accomplishments. It's about recognizing that you're part of a larger team, a larger organization, that you have something to learn from others, and that your success is ultimately dependent on the collective effort. By embracing humility, leaders can create a more positive, collaborative, and successful work environment. I also think humility is about acknowledging that you, like everyone around you, are a human being. You're not some infallible machine. There are things you don't know. You make mistakes. You get things wrong that you should get right. You upset people from time to time. We all do those things, and they aren't signs that we aren't good at our job or that we are failures as a leader. We shouldn't dwell on these in a negative way, but we should accept them as part of being human and as part of who we are. And this helps us to make it easier to accept the fallibilities in the people around us as well. If you want to know more about how to develop your leadership skills, check out the video that's on screen now. And if you have thoughts or questions about humility at work, why not share them in the comments below? And the same goes if you have any ideas for subjects you'd like to see me cover in future videos. Bye. See you soon.